like to invite Ms. Patty Trevor up to do a little overview of what's coming up in January.
Thank you, Debbie. I must say that Debbie is most gracious about letting me come in and talk about any kind of idea you can imagine, and she always listens. So thank you, Debbie.
You're welcome.
So this was my latest one that I brought to her, and that is that we will have a program that deals with, well, first of all, as you know, we've had the Sense of Place program, which will be ending in December. And so what we're going to start the end of January is a Sense of Purpose program. It is so important to our mental health, to our physical health, to our overall well-being, to have a sense of purpose. And unfortunately, as we get older and we retire and our lives change and we lose spouses and friends and so forth, we often have a feeling of a loss of what our sense of purpose is. And sometimes we think of a sense of purpose as being some big project, and it can be that. But that's not all of what a sense of purpose is. So we're going to dig in and work on it and find ways that we can all develop and have a sense of purpose here in Walnut Village. Whether you have physical disabilities, no matter what. And one thing I can assure you, when you have a sense of purpose and you do something as simple as listening to somebody else who has something they need to talk about, but not just listening with your ears, listening with your heart and your mind also. And they appreciate it so much. It will come back to you and you will feel better. There's no way you can make others feel better without feeling better yourself. So it will deal with a lot of the issues of loneliness, of sense of depression, of sense of self-worth. And so we're going to deal with all of those things. So I hope you will join me, because I think it will be different for each person. And it will not just be lectures. There will be opportunities for you to explore your own past purposes and what you want your purposes to be now, and try. So thank you very, very much, and thank you, Debbie.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Patty. We're all very much looking forward to this. And of course, January is a fresh new start, and we're hoping that that'll be a great opportunity for us to explore what your passions are, what you are good at, what you're good at sharing. And then our ultimate goal is to bring in some intergenerational activities so that you can mentor those with the skills that are naturally yours. So on that note, let's do this. I'm going to invite Judy up next because she has to kind of supervise what's going on with the truck. So Judy, if you wouldn't mind coming on up, please.
All right. If you were out front, you know that the In-N-Out truck is here. I am going to ask a tremendous favor of our residents. I have asked the staff to come between 11 and 12 because they have to take their lunch break. And if the residents would kindly come between 12 and 1, there's going to be plenty of food. We're not going to run out. And I think things will move just a little bit faster. So please help me by doing that. As I said, we're never going to run out of food. There's lots and lots of food on that truck. We have a lot going on, and you know, I'm not gonna go through all of this, because for December, I will give you a special calendar that will tell you holiday events and activities. But I do want to remind you that tomorrow we are going to the Nutcracker Boutique, rain or shine. Most of it is indoors. There's a little bit outside, but it's probably the best craft show in the area. So that is tomorrow. Also, we just got a lot of Million Thanks letters. If you've never gone through and looked at the letters and worked them, tomorrow will be an excellent time for you to do that. It is 10 o'clock in the community room, and I will have somebody up there to help you and to show you how to do it. It's really a very rewarding thing for us to do. We've been doing it for years and years, and we'd like to get all of these letters done so they'll make it by Christmas. And I think we have like 5 crates full. So I do need a lot of help and a lot of assistance. Let's see, tomorrow afternoon I have apple pie. The kitchen, Kim and Maria and Archie have arranged so we will have apple pie and ice cream at 1 o'clock. Just a little bit for the harvest season. The Messiah All-American Boys Choir. They were here in the fall or in the spring. We had them out in the breezeway. We're going to have them in here on the evening of Thursday, November 30th. That's going to really be our kickoff to the holiday season. So please plan and come to that. Spark of Love toy collection is going to begin. The boxes are coming soon, but I'm not going to put them out until the 1st of December. That is where we collect new unwrapped gifts, and they are distributed throughout Anaheim. They've been doing it that way for a couple of years, and it seems to be working the best, and we know that our toys go to the children in Anaheim instead of all over the county. We're going to Peacemakers, Mission Inn trip on December 8th. I still have room for people to go on that trip. Also, the deadline for payment was yesterday. I am still missing a couple of checks. And I see a couple of friendly faces in the audience shaking their heads so they know. So if you will please help me, I hate to have to send you a letter and say I need money. So please, if you remember, come by and drop it off in my office. But there's still plenty of room. Chimes program will be on the 12th. On the 13th, which will really be, that's December 13th, that's a Wednesday, which will really be the kickoff to our real holiday season here. That will be our Christmas party. Just like we've always done, it will be outside the Red Chair Lounge and through the Grove. Santa will be there, lots of fun things happening. But I thought in the morning we would start it off with Partners in Chime. This is an organization that do play the chimes, and they will be here to entertain us early that morning. So that's an awesome way of starting our holiday party. Judy, what time will chorale practice be?
We're going to move it to 2 o'clock.
Okay, chorale practice, as long as I have you here, will be at 2 o'clock instead of 3, so that you can all get ready for chorale. Then the chorale concert is on Saturday the 16th at 3 o'clock here. And as always, it's a wonderful concert and songs of the season. Woven Image concert will be here that Sunday. That is the group that was here in the fall, in June. They are coming back. It will be Sunday. I did not have a time for it, but at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Let's see, we're going to do our walk, our apartment walk, like we have always done. You'll have more information on that. We're going to Bowers, our holiday buffet. You'll have more information on that. And then, New Year's Eve. Hope it doesn't rain. we're gonna do a casino night here. Last year kind of rainy, so we did it inside, but everybody had an awesome time. And we're gonna do that again. You know, if something works, I don't wanna recreate it. And that seems to always work. And then, I haven't talked to the kitchen yet, but we're gonna have our PJ party on New Year's Day. And that's how we're gonna start the new year. There's a lot more activities that I haven't put together yet, so look for the sheet that I'm gonna put out with all of the holiday events and activities. Please sign up for them, join us. It's gonna be a joyous holiday season. All right, don't forget, what time are you gonna come for lunch? 12. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy. It sounds like a lot of fun events coming up. It's going to be exciting around here and festive. And our tree's going up right after Thanksgiving, so that'll be fun.
I've already made those arrangements.
Yep. Okay. Okay, back to me, the no fun one. Now it's time for serious business. Okay. Just a reminder, we've got more people moving in that have electric vehicles, so if you've got an electric vehicle, please use the charging stations as you need to charge your car, and then please move to your assigned parking space so that other people who have electric vehicles can charge as well. Sense of place, the final session is December 11th at 2 p.m. in the LLC. All participants who participated in the various sessions are encouraged to come this one final one at 2, where Rebecca and Mary from corporate will go over some of the main recommendations that you guys have come up with so that I can start putting them into place. Sense of purpose, again, begins January 2024 with workshops that Patty's working on, so that should be wonderful as well. And just a gentle reminder, because there's many varying political beliefs, and at the request of multiple residents, please don't leave political collateral flyers, letters in the library or the post or any of the common areas. Obviously, you're welcome to express your speech or your First Amendment rights, but please do so verbally and not in writing at this time. Okay, the resident satisfaction survey that we took earlier this year, I am meeting with a couple members of the ad hoc committee today at 2:30, and we're gonna go through their recommendations for increasing your satisfaction with the budget process, general food items, and how to get more resident participation. And then I will put together a summary for our December town hall and share it with you all of things that we're able to incorporate and accommodate. And just a reminder that the Philanthropy Committee, in association with Front Porch Communities Foundation, is hosting a Gold Leaf Champagne reception in the Red Chair Lounge on November 30th at 4. The reception is open to everyone. It's really an opportunity to thank those who have contributed, primarily to Circle of Friends, which is becoming more and more important as we live here longer and longer, and then obviously to recognize those folks. So just wanted to make you aware it'll be a lovely hors d'oeuvre and champagne driven celebration, so you are all invited. And then I think finally for me, Doug and Elaine and the entire Resident Executive Council Board has submitted the request for the employee appreciation checks for the employees. Due to your generosity, they're going to be hosting a little reception for the line staff on Tuesday, December 5th from 1 to 3:30 in the Red Chair Lounge. Pretty much during shift change, you guys are welcome to come and express whatever gratitude or thanks or suggestions for any of the staff that are there that day. Oh, I have one more thing. just an update on Summer House 2. It's kind of amazing when we walk in there now, the floor plan is completely different. We've got concrete walkways in the courtyards. There are 2 courtyards, one for the independent living side, one for the memory care side. We've got all footings for the new fence have been completed on Ball Road, and they're starting on the alleyway on the west-hand side for our new fence. The mechanical, plumbing, and electrical rough-in has been, it continues for quadrant 1 and 2. Just so you know, they've divided the building into 4 quadrants, and they move in a clockwise fashion through each of those quadrants. Rough framing continues in quadrant 4, and as you can see, the roof work continues, and hopefully we can get from Ethan when they expect to get that done. It's gonna rain, of course, this weekend, and I think they've got the sheeting up to protect.
Yeah.
And then the shingles are still sitting there, so I'm sure they're getting closer. We do have 1 staff member who's currently positive, 0 residents, which is awesome, although we are getting a few head colds recently. We're noticing some folks have got some coughing and congestion. So we will gently ask you to please stay in your apartment while that clears up, just in case it decides to turn into COVID. And obviously during the holiday season, you're gonna be seeing family and friends who you haven't seen in a long time. We want you to obviously enjoy that. However, if you don't feel well, please stay in your apartment, call the front desk or call nursing. They'll come and do a rapid test on you. And please try to keep in mind we're seeing symptoms before an actual diagnosis. So try to stay and rest in your apartment if you can. And speaking of head colds, Pam isn't feeling good, so I'm gonna do her care updates. Just a reminder, in case you haven't attended to your Medicare, you do need to do that new enrollment every year. The enrollment period ends on 12/7, so that's quickly coming up. So if you haven't done it, please reach out to your insurance company or whoever you deal with for your Medicare to make sure that you are enrolled for the next calendar year. And finally for me, no, I lied. The podiatrist is going to be on site. Dr. Robert Lords from Happy Feet will be here on Friday, December 1st. If you're interested in having podiatry service, please complete the form on the podiatrist visit request form that's been distributed to you. If you haven't gotten it, please let the front desk know, and nursing will get you another form, and go ahead and return it either to the front desk or to Pam. And Medicare may cover this visit depending on your insurance. If your insurance does not and you still want to get that service, it's $65 out of pocket. So marketing updates, obviously we've lost a lot of our village friends this year, and Front Porch had reduced our advertising, and it's kind of reverse of what we need. We actually need more advertising now, more events. So I want to say a special thank you to those residents who have so graciously and generously spent time with our prospects and our guests. Thank you so much. You've made such a big difference in showing people how wonderful village life is. We will get a deposit out of a recent guest stay due to our wonderful residents. So thank you for that. And we're going to continue to try to do that more and more with the folks who are pretty close, just not quite sure yet. So thank you for all of your help. We are holding a minimum of 1 prospect event every month. We had 4 in October, and we're starting to see the fruits of our labor. So our goal is to fill we've got 13 units that we need to get to budget. We are absolutely focused on that. And then, of course, then we want to get full beyond that. And to make sure that happens, and especially because we're going to be opening Summer House 2 in June, we need to start doing a lot of pre-marketing for that, having a lot of events, classes, lectures, and so we are bringing on an additional sales counselor. Hasn't been identified yet, but we are recruiting. So that person will be at about the same level as Marina, and hopefully we'll bring some additional dynamism and referrals and just additional assistance to make sure that we can capture all of our inquiries and get them in for tours. So I will keep you posted on that. And finally, Jack and Carolyn Allen, some of you may have met them yesterday. They came for the pie event. They're moving into 126. They actually have taken financial possession, so they're starting to move some of their belongings in. They're gonna have one more Thanksgiving at home and then move in physically the day after Thanksgiving. So they will be here Friday, November 24th, and we'll reach out to a couple of you to make sure that we welcome them with a nice dinner and etc. And then we do have one of our cottages spoken for, Deanna Shu and Len, he actually goes by Len Diamond. They're actually from Texas. Family lives here, family wants them closer. So before the end of December, they will be moving into cottage 875. So we are very much looking forward to having them as on board as well. And now I'm finally done, and I will invite Ethan to come on up.
Test. There we go. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Friday. We are in winter now, or cold fall. Temperatures are getting a little bit lower, and hopefully everybody's heater's working now because we went through all of the HVAC and got everything checked. So if it's not, then definitely let us know, and we will be out there to get it corrected. For starters, so we've had an issue with elevator 2 for quite some time, not leveling on the second floor. A little bit of a trip issue, so we got that fixed up by the elevator company last week. Please let me know if you notice any difference or if it is returned to the same issue. As far as our pool, yes, go ahead, Judy.
Elevator 5, is the door squeaking on the first floor?
Yeah, I do have a work order in for that one. Yeah, thank you. For our pool and spa, for everybody that enjoys the pool and the spa, I know it's been an issue the last few weeks. We're working on it diligently to get it corrected, so it's kind of spotty right now. So Ryan and I are definitely keeping an eye on it every morning, and we'll keep you guys posted if there's any changes on it, but right now it is working.
There's a motor up too, though.
I'm sorry?
The spa motor, the bottom one is not on full.
Okay, we'll take a look at that. As I said, the HVAC winter checkups are complete. There are a few issues with some units, so we're taking care of those. If anybody hasn't been addressed and still has an issue, then please let me know or let the front desk know and make a work order for you. Also, we're still continuing to do our monthly pest control, and we're still treating for mosquitoes. They were horrendous this year, still lingering on. Hopefully they'll start to die off as it gets colder. But if you do have any issues and you want to be or have a treatment done on the next service, just let me know or let the front desk know. They'll put a work order for you. And that's usually done on the first week of every month. We just recently had the holiday flowers replaced out here in the front and on the corner, so hopefully everybody enjoys those new colors. And that's all I have. Anybody have any questions? Yes?
In the spa, there's where the return is, there are, no, in the pool, I'm sorry. In the pool, where the return is, there's always, it seems to be, a layer of tiny black things. I have no idea whether that's salt collecting dirt out of the filters or what. So it's kind of nasty.
Yeah, that is also part of the issue that we're trying to alleviate as well. we're working on that one.
I understand when they did the furnaces, they're supposed to change the filters?
If
Yes?
it's needed, they're checking them all, and if they're needed to be replaced, then they're replacing them.
But not automatically?
Not automatically, because we have been up there recently and it changed it,
No, mine still has a May date on it.
a what?
May date, I wrote the date on it.
Okay, all right, we can come up and take a look at yours.
Maybe this is an old problem, but a couple of weeks ago, all the lounge, the Grove, and the LLC were cold. They were 10 degrees colder than needed to be, and you're trying to save money for energy. And I know the temperature outside in the last week or two going up and down a lot. But is there a program for people to come out and check and set the temperatures according to what the weather is going to be for that day? You come into the lounge at 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's cold, and we're not wearing sweaters unless we don't expect to on a warm day like that, and it's really cold.
Okay, there is no program for us to come and check the thermostats every day. They are set on a certain temperature to hold temperature. If it's going below, then we'll have to check it out. Maybe there's an issue with the systems. Anybody else? Okay, thank you guys.
Kim, dining?
Good morning, everyone. I think just about, well, most people have signed up for the Thanksgiving buffet. I know those who haven't are still waiting for family members to make decisions. So thank you for doing that timely. But just as a reminder, the buffet will be in the Red Chair Lounge from 12:30 to 3 on Thanksgiving. The bistro will be open for breakfast, but will close for lunch. And go to the party size. Holiday points will be charged, which is 4 for all of you and 5 for your guests. And complimentary wine will be served. All right, just wanted to give everybody some tips on how to control your weight during this holiday season. And for me, the holiday season starts with Thanksgiving and goes all the way through Valentine's Day. That's for me. Food is a huge part of holiday traditions and memories, so I always say the worst thing for anybody to try to do is to start a diet now. Please don't do that. Please enjoy the holidays. And understand that you're gonna gain probably 1 or 2 pounds or maybe 5. So some tips are, first of all, savor your food. Instead of avoiding your holiday favorites, savor them, eat slowly and enjoy the flavors. You'll be satisfied more quickly. Enjoy the company of the people that you're with. That will help you slow down the speed at which you're eating. And I know this is Gary Spradley's favorite. It takes 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain that it's full. So if you're gobbling your food, you're gonna eat more calories than if you slow down and let your stomach tell your brain that it's full. Okay, portion control. So instead of changing your favorite recipe that's been handed down for generations, just have a smaller portion of that. Say no to second helpings. Instead, package them up and enjoy them again the next day. Sometimes holiday foods taste even better the next day. And knowing that you're going to gain this weight during this holiday season, if you try to drop a few pounds before you get into it, then you're not going to feel quite so guilty when you do gain those pounds back. And Ryan can help you with increasing your activity. So You know you're increasing your caloric intake, so balance that with increasing activity to burn some of those calories off. If you walk for 8 minutes, that'll burn off 5 tablespoons of gravy. And this last one might be surprising, but get enough sleep. Sleep actually does affect your weight, and this is a very busy time of year, so you might be getting less sleep. So really focus on trying to get good sleep. People who sleep less than 7 hours a night consume more calories during the day. So it makes sense that if you're awake longer, your chances are you might eat more. So get a good night's sleep and you'll eat a little bit less. Enjoy the holiday season, everyone. Are there any questions? Thank you.
Well, due to some very, very good bakers around here, not naming any names, but they're in the front, I've gained a couple pounds, so I'm gonna go ahead and walk until Sunday. Hopefully get rid of those 2 pounds. I will do spirituality updates. Really, the only update is the return of Advent suppers. So Advent suppers return on Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 6:30 in the veranda room. Sign up with the hostess. We are not having the December 13th Advent supper because we're going to be having a big holiday party. So your Advent suppers are November 29th, December 6th, and December 20th. And I probably shouldn't call you out without asking you first, but some of you may have noticed in the last week's Friday memo that we have a resident who was looking to have her mature cats adopted, and I just want to thank Kim for stepping up and adopting Rocky and what's her name?
Rosie.
Rocky and Rosie, they have a new loving home. Thank you, Kim. So cool. Okay, on that note, Ryan, you are up.
Oh, yes.
Hold on. First,
I did the same.
there's no bowlers here, actually, so I had to send this to Debbie ahead of time. So our current active bowlers were playing for the championship this week. I had to submit our scores yesterday. Unfortunately, I still haven't heard back whether they won or lost today. I'm always a glass half full kind of guy and an eternal optimist, and have the utmost faith in our current bowlers' ability that hopefully they took the championship home. Now, win or lose, they're still going to be adding some hardware to their trophy case that's outside the gym. So if you see any of our bowlers, including Ada Carpenter, Liz Fink, Rod Spotten, Kathy DeBrun, Jimmy and Cloris Kennedy, or Becky Beckeris from Summerhouse, give them a round of applause. They did a great job this season, so they had a great time. So kudos to all of them. Unfortunately, none of them are here, so. Also, just some simple upcoming events. Next Tuesday, we have our walking bingo in the courtyard. Just to piggyback off Kim's saying with the holidays, it doesn't cost anything to walk. It doesn't take a whole lot of extra effort just to walk. A little walk goes a long way. Walk before your meal, walk after your meal. That's really simple. We all can do that, right? It's not rocket science. Go for a walk, simple. This way, it's gonna pay to walk. If you play walking bingo, I promise it's gonna pay. If you're a winner, it's gonna pay to exercise. If you participated in our October Bring a Friend Challenge, you got paid to exercise, right? Ask your friend, yes, yeah, you got paid to exercise. So it pays to exercise. And then also at the end of the month on Thursday, we're gonna go to the driving range again. It's a little bit later this time, not for our early birds, so hopefully if you wanna go hit some golf balls, we'd love to have you. Any questions? Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Ryan. And Sandy, please come up and talk about Resident Services Department.
Hello, everyone. All right, so as usual, I'm gonna talk about scams. Just a reminder, if you get any phone calls, if you don't know exactly who it is, or even if you think it might be someone that you know, double check. There's a lot of technology with AI where it can sound like someone you know. So you wanna double check, text someone. If it's a company, call them directly. Just don't give out information over the phone. And that's the same with text messaging and emails. If you get emails from companies that say, like for instance, Netflix has been sending out a lot of your account's been canceled, but it's not really from Netflix. If you check the address of who it came from, it's not from them. So don't click on any of the information in that says update here, because then they'll ask for your credit card information. Go to the site directly and look it up and make sure that you're in good standing. Any questions on any of that? Judy?
There's a text message coming out that says your package is being held up at the post office and we can't deliver it.
So that is correct. There's also text messaging saying that your package is held up at different locations, post office, Amazon, contact us. If you didn't order anything, obviously that's a scam. If you did order something, don't click on that. Contact whoever is, Amazon or the post office, contact them directly and check on it. Usually you have an email confirmation with the order number or something. Check on that and make sure it's real. Yes, Nancy?
I got a letter from the IRS, one of the departments said it was a scam. Would you want a copy of it?
Sure. So yeah, the IRS, again with that, if they're sending you something, I would look up the phone number for them, call them directly, just to make sure. A lot of times the phone number they provide is not the correct phone number. And estate sales. So just to ensure that we have safer estate sales, we're gonna go back to residents coming first. So the first hour will be residents only, so there's less people, less hectic, not as chaotic. That way you can take your time, slowly look around, and then staff will come after that. Obviously, if you couldn't make it that first hour, you're still welcome to come the second hour, but we want the majority of our residents to come first. Any questions about the estate sales? Okay.
I want to clarify. Just to clarify too, because unfortunately, there were already Post-it saying sold before the sale even started, and so that is no longer allowed. If the sale starts at 1, there will be no pre-purchases. The purchases can be accepted after 1 p.m., but no more pre-sales, because that's not fair to everybody, for those folks who have access to the apartment first. Any other questions on that? Okay. Well, with that, we have come to the end of our presentation. There's always something to be thankful for. It's been a really fast year. Can't believe in less than a week it's Thanksgiving. I hope you all stay safe if you're traveling outside of here to see family, and I hope you have a wonderful time. If you're staying with us, we're going to be excited to have you here for a turkey, and I'm ready to answer your question, Don. Yes, sir. Sandy.
I'm ready for the question.
Thank you. I'll turn it off.
Thank you. Elaine, would you stand up, please? Your council president, Elaine Quick, was officially sworn in Tuesday night as Anaheim's next first and best volunteer police officer. And should the rest of you be concerned about joining her, if you want to talk with her or with me about it, we'll give you whatever tips we can. It's a very rewarding experience. and it does give you an opportunity to give something really back to your community. Thank you, Elaine.
Give you a sense of purpose.
Well, and I feel sorry for any of those criminals out there. They're not gonna get away with anything with you on the beat. Elaine is on it. Any other questions? Please have a good day. Enjoy your double-double or your cheeseburger or your regular burger, but please make sure that you stop by at the In-N-Out truck. And when you see Jennifer Ho, please say thank you to her. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay dry. It's gonna start raining tonight, all through tomorrow. So we're gonna get a little bit of winter. So take care, everybody. Have a good one.